Hi, my name is Peyton.
Hi, Chase.
Hi, my name is Mason. My question is, what was it like experiencing Earth's day cycle from the space station for the first time? My name is Mason.
And it's amazing.
My name is Mason.
Amazing.
Mason.
And it's
Mason.
amazing. Amazing.
Hi, my name is Chase.
Hi, Chase.
My question is, if Earth has gravity and the moon has some gravity, why is there so little in space between them?
Great question.
Amazing.
My name is Mason.
Hi, Chase. You know, gravity is all around us all the time. Even though we're a little distance from the Earth, about 250 miles away from it, we still get 90% of the Earth's gravity. The moon's gravity is pulling sort of in the opposite direction when we are in between those two planetary bodies. So they cancel each other out. The main thing that we feel here is the gravity of the Earth, and the way we feel it is that we stay in orbit. Our velocity is so fast from our rocket, over 17,000 miles an hour, that we would fly away from the Earth except for the fact that the Earth's gravity keeps pulling us back. And so we do this almost a circle around the Earth, and that's what an orbit is. So gravity is very important to keep us here. We don't feel the effects, though, because we're falling around the Earth, really, along with the space station
Peyton.
Chase.
Mason.
and everything around us.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I was wondering on average how much oxygen you'd use on a spacewalk in 7 hours.
So if you measure oxygen, you can actually measure the mass of it. And so almost about 1-2 pounds of oxygen we'll use. We have plenty of oxygen in our tanks to support us for about a 6.5-hour spacewalk. We can go longer in case we have to get more work done. People have gone out more than 8 hours, even 8.5 hours before we start to be a little bit concerned about running out of oxygen. But there's plenty of it for us to use. It is 100% oxygen. We're not breathing the air inside the spacesuits. And that's to help us be able to operate at the low pressure of the spacesuits. But it all seems to work out. That we have specialists on the ground that'll help us
In between that and our spaceship. So you have to be looking at just the right time, just the right angle, but it is pretty spectacular if you see one.
more supplies to take care of you like maybe you would be in a hospital, but only for about 24 hours. So the last resort is if people get really sick, we'll have to bring them home, and we use our capsule, the Dragon capsule that we use to fly up here. We would use that as an ambulance to take us home.
Hi, my name is Marin, and my question is, would a baking soda and vinegar volcano, if done in a container, react the same in space?
Now you're playing with power. Word power.
Well, Marin, water, any liquid really behaves a bit differently up here, so the reaction would happen a bit differently, similarly differently to what you probably have tried yourself in a science experiment. That acid-base reaction creates a lot of bubbles that look like a volcano exploding, which is why it's so much fun. That experiment has been tried up here. Basically, we floated a sphere, we didn't do it, but the previous astronauts floated a sphere of vinegar and then put in an anti-acid tablet, and that bubbled up and basically expanded equally in all directions as opposed to just kind of bubbling out of the container. So I think it sounds like it went pretty well, and you could do that experiment up here too.
Hi, my name is Jackson, and my question is, what is the most valuable item you've lost on the space station?
Well, you know, working in zero gravity, or what we feel like is zero gravity, is hard. It's gravity is very helpful to help us organize things, put them on a table, and things on Earth don't move around. But here, things can get away from us. They do all the time. So occasionally you lose something. Probably for me, the most valuable thing was a piece of experimental hardware. And you know, on the ground, it might not have been that expensive, but up here, it takes so much time to work for people and planning for people to get their hardware up here. It's always it makes you feel kind of bad when you lose something, but we're human beings, and occasionally it happens.
Hi, my name is Olivia, and my question is, if you weren't an astronaut, what would you be?
What about you, Kayla?
Before I became an astronaut, I was working on the line between day and night move across the Earth. So if I wasn't an astronaut, I might be deployed on a submarine. We call that the Terminator space station, somewhere in the ocean right now.
Hi, my name is Morgan.
Chase.
Morgan. My question is, we watched a video that said there's a 100-question checklist before you go on a spacewalk. What does that include?
Those checklists check every single one of those systems and make sure they work before we go outside so that we can both stay safe and accomplish our mission. It actually even takes a couple of weeks of pretty hard work to get ready to do a spacewalk, just getting all the equipment ready, all our tools checked out, and preparing ourselves so that we understand all we'll be executing. We call that the Terminator when we go outside.
Hi, my name is Jackson. My question is, what made you decide to go to space?
Well, Jackson, I think for a lot of astronauts, I didn't decide necessarily. I just wanted to go. And I can't tell you why. It's almost like space chose me. I was about your age when I started reading books about space, and I couldn't believe that human beings did it. I couldn't believe there were engineers and planners and scientists on the ground that figured out a way for us to do this incredibly audacious thing. I couldn't believe that putting people in space, not to mention and to go to the moon and walk on the moon. Couldn't believe that. So I just fell in love with it. I can't quite explain why, but then I planned my life from then on to just to at least work in this space program if I could, and suddenly I found out I could be an astronaut too.
They're all about the same size. Yes, absolutely. I think I would love the chance to go to the moon or Mars if I ever get the opportunity.
Wow, what a wonderful event. Thank you to our astronauts for making this such a memorable event, and thank you to all our students for making this so much fun. Thank you to all our students for making this so much fun. And with that, this is Random Lake School District signing off.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thank you to all participants. Station, we are now resuming normal operational audio communication.
Couldn't believe that.
We didn't do it, but the previous astronauts
cancel each other out.
Now you're playing with power.